Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sabrina, and if you are new here, I am a psychic medium, a spellcaster, a diviner, and I do a lot of dream work. I am on the path of nature-based religion and the branch of witchcraft. I'm on the Celtic path, the Druidic tradition. So it's safe to say I am a Druidess. I made a video before this one on the basics of setting up your altar for any magical endeavor, any magical thing that you would want to do, whether you're reading your cards, meditating, casting a spell, creating powders, charging your stones, charging your water. All of these things that you would do, you can do and move the items that you've used to set up. You can add and you can move, but you will always keep those 4 tools on your altar that represent the elements and of course the pentagram. So today we're going to talk about the next thing that you would need to do, and that is to cleanse and consecrate your altar. It's been, probably 20 years now since I've done all that. So I've had to review and go back to the book that I had read where I learned to do that. And it's not really hard. It just takes some intention. So I'm going to show you again the basic altar setup. And then we're going to talk about how you would cleanse the space and then charge it. Okay, in the same way that life happens when you're making plans, Jade, I think, is going into heat. She's meowing a lot at night. So I'm going to sit here on the floor because this particular altar is set extremely low. And that's something you can do if you like to sit on the floor and just work that way. In this case, I have a table that is for outside, and so it's very low. Now, I do have a web shop I'm extremely proud of. It's 20 years in the making, and I have a few products on there, but I spoke to someone with a business background yesterday, and he suggested I put more products. And since I've been talking about the altar and the cloth, I remembered that I had ordered a cloth from my supplier to see what it was like and how long it would get here, right? And so this is a cloth. It's kind of a synthetic crushed velvet with the pentagram stitching. And I decided that I would put some more of those altar cloths on my web shop, which makes sense, right? And so I found a supplier that had them in 5 colors: light green, red, reddish purple, purple, and black. Now this one is 16 by 16, but the ones I've ordered says they're 19 by 19 square. So, and then of course the nice thing is you've got the pentagram already stitched in the center there, and you can always turn it if you want the pentagram. You're doing a working where you want the pentagram to be the opposite direction to represent your will in a very strong way. So once you've got your cloth on your table, what you're going to do is get ready to cleanse. You want to make sure that you are doing this at a time where there's not going to be a lot of activity going on around you and you're not going to be disturbed. So now the basic way to cleanse is, of course, to start with the pentagram. I've hung my pentagram above here on the wall, and it's quite a ways up because Jade loves to play with it. So when I stand, it's at eye level, you know, and I can work with it. but you do need to learn how to draw the pentagram in the air. And the banishing pentagram. The banishing pentagram, you start at the left and you go up, down to the right, back up to the left, over to the right, and back down to the left again. That is the banishing pentagram. And this is the very first thing that I suggest you do standing in front of your altar. Get yourself in a calm state. This might take a few minutes if you've been busy throughout your day. And then take your finger and imagine a white light as you were drawing the banishing pentagram over your altar. Next thing I would suggest to do is make a statement. I cleanse this altar. You can say something like, I make it my own. This is mine. This belongs to me. This is going to be your connection to the all. With your incense, go counterclockwise and say, with fire I purify and cleanse this space. You can leave that burning for a few minutes. Next, you're going to take your salt water, which we made in the video before this one, and you're going to dip your fingers in it, and you're going to sprinkle on the altar and say, with this water, I cleanse this space. And you can say something like, liquid, liquid, wash this space. I cleanse and name this space. Now you can take your candle actually your incense stick was air. Air, air, wash this space. I cleanse and cleanse this space. With your candle now, you have the fire. Fire, fire. I purify and cleanse this space. With this fire, I cleanse this space. And again, you're going counterclockwise. And now you've got your candle lit. So we've done the air, the water, the fire, and now all we have to do is the earth, and you're just going to take a very small amount of the earth. Very, very, very small amount. Earth, earth, wash this space. With the earth, I cleanse this space. And now sit next to it. Feel like it's an extension of you, a part of you, a friend, and connect to it. Say, I claim you and I name you. This is my space. It belongs to me. By the Lord and the Lady, and the power and the will of the Lord and the Lady, I cleanse and I consecrate this space for positive things. And in my name. It's really just that simple. Now, I would let this sit for probably at least 30 minutes with what you've done here with the incense if you can, and then the candle, let the candle burn for at least 30 minutes or so. And on the next video, I will talk about charging your heart of power, your altar. Please take a look at my web shop and the products I have, and the altar cloths in the different colors. The light green one would be good for when you want to work with nature spirits. I actually think I'm going to get a purple one because it has so much of a strong connection to the moon. And if you want to connect to the moon, it has been recommended in one of the first books I was led to completely design your altar in purple. It seems to be the color of the sphere of the moon on the tree of life. I love purple. It's considered a royal color, and it can just help you connect to the moon. There are some other things that can help you with that as well. So thank you very much for giving me your time, for taking a look at my web shop and sharing it with anyone who you think might be interested, or if you make a purchase, liking and sharing this video and this series on how to begin your altar work. And after the charging video, I'm going to start talking about the tools. And I think the first one will be the wand. Yes, I have a wand. And you've never seen it. I don't know that I've talked about it. It's very unusual and has a very interesting story behind it. So that is it for today. There's a lot that goes into this behind the scenes, especially with the hair and makeup. So I hope you appreciate it, and I do appreciate your time. Stay tuned, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you. Okay, so here is the newest addition to the page. You just click on the color that you want, really, and it will show the color over here. But you have to choose the color over here. So if you want black, you have to insert and choose the color that you want. Okay? Then you add to cart. It'll first take you to PayPal Express or Shopify Express. I believe you can get things faster that way. Otherwise, you can just go on to what other options you want to pay with, and I believe you can just click right here on the more payment options. And I've set it up for MasterCard, Visa, and I think, well, PayPal, and I think one other, I can't remember. So you scroll up then, and on every page you'll see my logo, which is me. And so when you click on the menu under products, you will see all the products that I have now. And there is the newest edition, altar cloths. Now if you go to the tarot cards, you'll see that I do have an altar cloth and tarot bag in a different style here. This one is bigger and that's why there's a price difference. And it's also a different kind of a cloth. I think it's just a cotton type of a cloth. So, and again, if you click here, you're going to see the different images for the tarots. It looks like the price stays the same, but you've got to make sure that you choose what product you want in the menu bar. If you want the Witch's Tarot, you have to choose the Witch's Tarot, and then you will get the actual price for the item here. Where's my mouse? Okay. So that's what I have so far. I do have more products that I'm going to add. Frankincense, a CBD liquid product, because I've recently used that and found it, I felt not weird, I felt good, and a couple of others I can't remember right now. So yes, thank you very much for taking the time to at least look at it. That always helps.